Hello all. Today we are going to learn about lesson 3 science, that is fiber to fabric, animal fibers. So in 6th standard children, I think you have learnt about fiber to fabric, but that is about plant fibers. But now we are going to learn about animal fibers. Okay? Before moving on to the next topic, we are going to first recall what is fiber and what is fabric. Yes, so first, fiber. Fiber is actually very thin filaments or threads which is either got from plants or animals to make a clothing material called fabric. Okay, so first the thin filaments, that is fibers, are spun to make very strong fiber, very strong thread called yarn. Then yarns by weaving process is made to a fabric, that is clothing material. So first we will see how these fibers are classified. So fibers are classified into two types. One, natural fibers. Two, synthetic fibers. So natural fibers are those which are got naturally, whereas synthetic fibers are man-made fibers. Natural fibers are again two types. So, natural fibers obtained from plants, natural fibers obtained from animals. So, what are these plant fibers? This it is in 6th standard you have learnt. One is about jute, the other one is cotton. And now we are going to learn about animal fibers, that is wool and silk. Wool. Now this wool is got from the hair of wool yielding animals. What are the different wool yielding animals? We have sheep, yak, camel, Angora rabbit, llama, alpaca. All these are some of the examples of wool yielding animals. Now, how can you understand, how can you identify or differentiate between wool and a cotton? Yes, so here we know wool is actually a protein fiber. Yes, wool is nothing but it is got from the hair of sheep or hair of wool yielding animals. So it is actually a protein fiber, whereas if you take cotton, cotton is a carbohydrate. Yes, it contains cellulose. When you do a burning test, then wool burns with a bad odor, whereas cotton does not give that odor. Can you guess children, when do we wear woolen clothes? Exactly, it is in the winter season. So this woolen fiber is actually highly porous. It has tiny pores in the fiber. So the fiber contains very tiny pores which traps the air that is coming from the surrounding environment, and at the same time it does not allow our body heat to escape from it. So that's why it is acting like an insulating material. So it is the reason we wear woolen clothes, so that it protects us from the winter cold. There are different qualities of wool that is available. Yes, so this quality of wool depends upon different breeds of sheep or different breeds of wool yielding animals. So the quality of wool can be judged on different bases like length of the wool, and then fluffiness, strength, color, texture, shining. So all these are the different criteria to judge the quality of wool. Now we will see processing of wool. Okay. So the first step under processing of wool is rearing and breeding of sheep. Second, shearing. Third, washing or scouring. Fourth, sorting. Fifth, carding. Sixth, dyeing. Seventh, spinning and weaving. So the first one is rearing and breeding of sheep. So coming to rearing of sheep, it is taking care of the sheep by providing proper food. So what are the different foods these animals will take? Generally these sheep are herbivorous animals. So they prefer to have grass and plant material. So along with that, protein rich food should be given to the sheep. So what are the different protein food that is given? So it is jowar, pulses, corn, oil cake. So these are the protein rich foods that is given to the sheep. Then coming to breeding of sheep. So the sheep are selectively bred to obtain the young sheep which can have both the qualities of the parents. For example, parent 1, that is wool yielding animal 1. This is parent 2, that is wool yielding animal 2. For example, parent 1 wool yielding animal bears long hair, then parent 2 wool yielding animal bears thick hair. Then if these two parents are chosen for breeding, then the sheep that is obtained contains both the characteristics. That means it can give long and thick hair. The second step in the processing of wool is shearing or shaving. Now once these rare sheep have developed fully grown hair on its body, the hair is shaved off. Okay, so this process of removing the hair or fleece from the body of the sheep along with a thin layer of skin, we call it as shearing or shaving. Now this shearing or shaving is done by using machines, shaving machines. When the hair is removed from the body of the sheep, it does not cause any pain to the sheep because the uppermost skin cells are dead. Okay, and then after shaving, these animals are immediately dipped in antiseptic lotions to prevent infections. And this shearing process is generally done during early summer or spring. Because wool is generally an insulating material, so it is not required in the summer season. So by the time the winter approaches, these animals can develop hair on its body. This is the reason the hair is removed during early summer or spring. Now the shaved hair, it has to be washed thoroughly with soap solution. Yes, so this process of washing this shaved hair by using machines, we call it as scouring or washing, and it is actually required because we know that these sheep generally move in dust and dirty places. So to remove this grease, dirt and dust, the hair has to be washed thoroughly in soap solution for several number of times. Now once this washing is done, the hair is actually dried. Now from these dried hairs, then the sorting has to be done. So the hair with different textures has to be sorted out. So there might be a small fluffy fibers which we call them as burrs. They are again separated from the fibers. So here in sorting, the hair or the wool with different textures are sorted out. This is done by the people. Now the people who are doing this sorting process will suffer from an infection which is caused by anthrax bacterium, which causes a disease in them called sorter's disease. So this sorter's disease is a fatal, very dangerous blood disease, and it is also an occupational hazard. Occupational hazard means if any people whoever working in any particular occupation may face any risks of that particular occupation, we call it as occupational hazard. In simple words, it is the risk faced by the people working in any particular occupation, we call it as occupational hazard. For example, if any people are working in chemical industries, obviously there might be some risk they may be facing in that chemical industry. And here teaching is a profession, and here also there might be some risk faced by the people in the teaching profession. And in the same way, any occupation if you take, definitely there might be a small risk. So those risks faced by the people, we call it as occupational hazards. The next step is carding. If there are any curly wool fibers, they are actually straightened by passing those curly wool fibers through rollers. Yes, so this step of straightening these curly wool fibers we call it as carding. Generally, there are three natural colors of wool. One is brown, white and black. Yes, but we obtain woolen clothes of different colors. So this is done by a process called dyeing. Adding color to any fiber or fabric, we call it as dye. Now, after dyeing, then the woolen fibers are made into strong threads by spinning process. That means by spinning, the strong yarns are produced, and by using these yarns through weaving process, woolen fabric is produced. Coming to uses of wool, wool is used for making carpets, it is used for making sweaters, woolen blankets which we use during winters, and it is also used for making socks, etc. Now once we will see the recap of the whole topic. So we have learnt about fiber to fabric, animal fibers, especially wool. Okay. So first we discussed about the introduction part, the type of fibers, natural, synthetic, and again under natural, plant, animal, that is under plant, jute, cotton, animal, wool and silk, and especially we are learning about wool. So wool is got from different wool yielding animals, and some of the examples already I have told you. And then it is a protein fiber which burns with a bad odor, and then it is like an insulating material. So we are using it during the winter times. And then processing of wool. So processing of wool involves the 7 steps: drying and breeding, shearing, washing, sorting, carding, dyeing, spinning and weaving. Rearing and breeding, taking care of the sheep, which produces a very good yield of wool, and then shearing, removing the hair from the body of the sheep, then scouring, which is nothing but washing the hair of the sheep, and then sorting, just separating the different textures of the wool, carding, straightening the curly woolen fibers, and then dyeing, imparting colors to the woolen fiber, and finally spinning and weaving. In the next session, we will be learning about next animal fiber, that is silk.